So once again, thanks to, I guess, kind of to TikTok, we have been inspired to try a mixed cocktail, which will be in a future episode. But one of the things we need for that cocktail is what we're going to have today.
Yeah, that's right. The cocktail is that it's a classic cocktail, but we're taking out one of the ingredients,
the sweet vermouth,
and substituting it with what we're trying today.
Yeah, we're going to try actually a couple different ports. One of them is, I believe, we're not 1,000% sure. It seems like it is exclusive to Trader Joe's, but it is a value 10-year Tawny Port. And then we have another one that I was actually able to get at Costco, but is a little bit more of a name, a little bit more expensive. So we're going to see, is it worth the price difference? Can we taste the difference? And which one do we want to use in the cocktail?
That's right.
All of that for this Give It a Shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverages that we are about today are both, as we said, Tawny Ports, both 10 years, one from Taylor Fladgate and the other from Porto Morgado. They are, 10-year-old, and they're aged and matured. Not slashed and or matured in wood.
Yeah, they were
stabbed. That was kind of funny that it said that.
It is very funny that it's not specific. So I don't know if that's like they don't want to be specific because it could be a blend that they put together, and this one was aged in hickory and this was aged in oak. Like I don't know, or if that's just a generic term that in the port industry, like that's all they ever talk about. So yeah, we're gonna try both of these. If you wanna, do you want to pour?
Pour two?
Pour two, and then I'll pour two, and then we'll share some glasses here. Or trade some glasses, I should say. We're not actually going to share a glass. It has been a while since I've actually had any port. I do like it whenever I have it. I just don't usually have any hanging around.
Yeah, same for me. In fact, I can't remember the last time I had a port in the bar. And usually I tend to go more for the rubies.
Oh,
in general, rubies are more fruit, a little more like fruity, and the tawnies usually are more toward the nutty, just in general, but not always. Wait, okay, there's that. All right, I
haven't done it yet. I was about to do it, and then I was like, wait,
I'll take one.
Okay, I'll take one, and I'll put that.
I'll take that.
Okay, so where are you putting that one? That's in your right hand. Okay,
yours second.
Okay, that's what I have done as well.
Since we know it to. Okay, I don't want to I want to get red on your carpet there.
Oh, okay.
Just in case. Looks like there's a little extra residual.
Good enough. Over there. I need more table space in here. Need more table space. All right. So let's, so the left one is the Morgado,
Trader Joe's,
the Trader Joe's, and the right is in the Taylor Fladgate. So a little more toward the ruby on the Taylor, on the right hand side.
Yes, definitely. You can kind of see through the one on the right. Not that it's clear or anything, but you can definitely see through more easily, I think.
Yeah, so the one on the left is a little more toward like a brownish red, and the one on the right is more ruby. So
yeah, a
little more reddish color out of the Fladgate.
Yeah.
All right. Aroma?
Get the alcohol more from the one on the left.
Okay. So the Morgado gives a little more alcohol.
And it's a little flatter. It's not as well rounded. There's actually some nice kind of fruit coming out of the Taylor Fladgate.
Do you ever have that moment during a podcast when you think things have been switched?
Oh,
because literally what you're saying, I was going to say the exact opposite.
Oh, really?
I'm getting fruit and more of everything out of here, and the one on the right, I'm getting more like wood and a little bit of nuttiness and kind of muted. And the one on the left is bright fruit and like butterscotch and like more sweetness. Like this one, the one on the left, the Morgado, at least what I think it is, smells more like what I'd expect the port to smell like. The Taylor Fladgate is like a little bit more reserved. This is good though.
Oh, you're right. The one on the right is more muted.
Okay.
So that is more muted there.
Okay.
And it's funny, this one, at least in early on, and which is why when you said, are you ready? I was like, yeah, because it's probably going to change anyways. That one, I must have given it a vigorous enough swirl because it did open up more for me.
No, those okay. Those are the same. All right.
Okay.
I'm getting that at least out of those two. So yeah, I'm getting more wood and like I said, notes of, like I said, that more like almost like a sweet, like a brown sugar kind of thing out of the one on the right, which is the Fladgate. And then, like I said, the Morgado, I'm getting more bright fruit kind of comes through, a little bit of nuttiness, maybe like a butterscotch, like some lighter notes, and a little more darker and muted in the other one. So for me, at least me, out of the gate, I like the one on the left better aroma-wise.
What are the alcohol contents the same?
They should be pretty much the same. We'll look at that as we maybe go to the taste here. We'll verify that. But are you ready for the taste?
As I'll ever be.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Fladgate to me is more, I don't like the word medicinal, but that's what it reminds me of. It's like that, almost like that cough, that cherry and the cough medicine. It's more, to me, it's more ruby-like than the other one, even though I know it is a tawny. So there's a little more fruit that comes through. I actually think I like the Morgado better, because I do get a little bit of like the wood, a little bit of nut, and it's smoother. I think the one on the right has the body that I like, but which then that's the Fladgate. But yeah, definitely distinctly different.
That's interesting. I would agree with you on the body, but I would disagree on the taste. I think the actual taste, I like the right one better, which is the Fladgate. There's a little bit more of actual wine taste to it, like more of like that. Maybe the alcohol seems to come through like a touch more. Maybe that's where you're getting some of the medicinal.
That's probably.
But to me, it's like a, and I know this is kind of in the ballpark of what it is, but when we have had some of the wines that have actually been aged in a bourbon barrel or something like that, it's kind of in that territory where it still tastes more like a wine. And then on top of that, it's like, there's a little more wood to it. There's a little bit more, like there's a little bit of nuttiness in there. But I would agree, like there is kind of, with that fruit, it's kind of almost coming through a little bit more ruby. I'm used to it being the one on the left, the Morgado is a little bit more of traditional of what I would expect. Like the nuttiness is kind of there. So there's a little more sweetness in that one. And I like that one. I think I just like the other one just because a little bit more of the wine character comes through. Again, weirdly in a perfect world, because of what I said about the aroma and everything else, would be like, well, could you blend these together? And that probably would be like one of my perfect ports or something like that, or at least that. But yeah, I think for me, even I would keep searching, because neither one of these I think are like, oh, these are great, this is the one I'm going to keep buying like all the time, whatever. Like I know I've had one that I was more toward, I was hoping for a little more toward the nuttiness. I was thinking I was going to get that a little more nutty, a little more like I said, of the wood, and like I said, these kind of came with a little bit more of the fruit, which is fine, but was not 100% what I was
and that's usually what I like in port, is the more, like I said, more toward the ruby
is what you kind of went for.
Right. And we did we done a podcast on ports before?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. For some reason I thought
I can honestly only remember like maybe one, maybe two ports total I've had in my lifetime.
Because I know that there's like, I mean, and we didn't really get into this, that, what port is and all the different distinctions, and there's the LBVs, and there's, all these different styles of port. But
but
it's interesting. Both 10 years, both tawnies, both very different.
Yeah, both very different.
And I don't think it's necessarily a price.
I don't think so.
I don't think it's like a quality thing different.
I don't think so at all.
Style different. So
I 100% think it's a choice. Like I said, the Morgado one is right around $10. The other one, like I said, was right around $20. So yeah, I think it is definitely more of a stylistic choice. I think I would like a little bit more of like a nuttiness kind of coming through. So maybe that could be an age that, like, maybe it would be more like you like more 20 or more than the 10. Like maybe the 10 is too much on the younger side. All right, so it won't be for this podcast, but if you want to check out a future episode, we are going to be doing a cocktail with this. There is a take on the Negroni. It's basically called the Porto Negroni. You take out the sweet vermouth and you put in a port. It's kind of like they kind of want to say that it's a little bit more of an autumn type drink, a cold weather type drink. It's just got some little more characteristics of that.
More warmth. Yeah,
a little more warmth to it. Which one of these do you think you want to put into that drink? If you're thinking about, we've got gin, we've got a Campari, we have an Amaro, I should say. We have gin, and we have one of these. Which one do you think is going to help stand out the best?
Probably the Taylor Fladgate.
Okay.
Is that what you're thinking?
That's kind of what I was leaning toward, just because I think the other one might blend in a little bit too much, and also might be too similar to sweet vermouth, which is what we're taking out, and I kind of want it to taste a little different. But we'll talk about that again, obviously, in a future podcast. But you can always head on over to the website at AboutBeverages.com or to YouTube if you want to check out our latest videos, whether they be on, you're not going to find many port videos. Maybe we'll do more in the future, but as of this moment of this recording, not going to really find any of that, but definitely scotches, bourbons, waters, sodas, beers, you name it. If it's a liquid and it's something that most people normally drink on a regular basis, we've probably tried it or are interested in it. And if we haven't, let us know what we should be trying. Again, on YouTube, or like I said, if you have a podcasting app that you enjoy using, like iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcast. Like I said, leave a comment. Let us know what we should be trying and looking out for, because we're always down for that. There's also some other places they could leave comments too if they're searching, right?
The pillars. Pillars of social media, which number 4 now.
The 4 now. That's true. We've layered.
For those, we've got Threads, TikTok, Instagram, and are we still saying Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard some people say X, which was formerly known as Twitter. So, okay.
Yeah.
Those
people you don't talk to anymore.
Okay. All right. Which is the one that we use most of all to keep you up to date on what is going on here at About Beverages. Like earlier this evening when I tweeted that we were about to go live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages, which we do most Thursday evenings around 4:30 Mountain for us, 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern, just depends on the time of the year. But it's when we get together, hang out, try some different beverages, and just have some fun. Also, throughout the week, Andrew's going to keep you up to date on what he is doing in the gaming world and what he'll be drinking while he is doing that. So for all the latest at About Beverages, follow us on Twitter.
But, as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.